All right, part 3. Today we're doing water for the backyard nursery. It's gonna be tying in there, and that pipe is taking us all the way up to the shed. Dry fitting all the parts.
All right, so let's go take it to the area where you want it and see how you like it.
All right, so right now I'm gonna move all this stuff back. Alright, so this ground cloth has been down for a while now. Maybe a week and a half. You already see the grass underneath it starting to die.
You don't have to clean any bigger than where the fitting's gonna stop. So you don't have to clean the whole pipe. When you do, you're not cleaning just to clean, it's just giving you a better bonding service. So when you do clean, you want to make sure that the pipe's scratched all the way around. No dead spaces where it's still shiny. It's just a better bonding surface. Okay? And then you do the same thing with your fittings and whatnot. With the brass fittings, they can be tricky. You can clean them. What I like to do is scratch the end as well to give you that edge. So sometimes the solder don't stick always. Just like that. Now, putting it together. A little bit of flux goes a long way. Just gotta put a little bit around it. Start piecing it together. Taller one. Yeah. Exactly. Put it on a flat surface. Everything's the way you want it. And now we can get soldering. Alright. So obviously you only got so much solder. It only takes, so per the size of the fitting is how much solder it takes. Half inch piece, 3/4. But when you're learning, if you go a little more, it's not going to hurt it. Your torch tip's a little bit bigger, so you have a bigger flame. So you just got to watch your heat.
You can change the torch tips.
You probably, this one I don't know if you can, but you can always. They sell one of these that has interchangeable tips, but it's probably close to like $100. But this will work fine when you're doing stuff like this. And you just want to make sure that the joint's taped. If you got it, you can rub a little bit of flux on it. And to get even amount of heat around it.
And you need that kind of gas, right?
Yeah, well, you can use this one. Map gas burns hotter than just the regular blue can.
So blue, you just take you a little longer.
Yeah, it don't burn the same. You can always get your solder got all the way around. Sometimes that's just flux. It looks like a dead spot, but it's just burnt flux. You get a rag, you wipe it clean, and just make sure it looks silver. Okay, now we'll start on this side and work right in the middle. You're gonna do the same thing. Get an even amount of heat. Start with your fitting first, and then move up to the pipe. Your torch will heat a little faster so it's a bigger flame. Just like tracing. Push it right up to the edge of the fitting and trace it. A sheen on this, it'll make it flat. You see? Up there. And do the same thing here. Start with the fitting.
The pipe is now cool and wiped clean.
We're gonna Teflon tape the nipple. You only go around maybe 6-7 times. You just want to get enough in there. You don't want to go too crazy. And so hopefully this will open up. Alright. Now, normally I like to use Teflon tape in, pipe dope, thread paste, and then you're just going to tighten this in here. That's your transition from copper to PVC. Now we'll cut it. We'll glue these pieces on, and that'll glue onto the 1-inch over there. Then we can secure it to the wall.
I'm a simple dude. I always just use the rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
What's the advantage to using the actual primer with the glue?
Well, primer is just helps them. Basically, it causes the PVC to swell a little bit when you put the joints together. If you can use this glue, it'll set up a lot quicker. Rain or shine works great if you have a little bit of water still trickling out. That's the purpose of it. You can use it while you have like some water there. That's what it's meant for. But you have to wait longer for it to set up and cure before you can turn the water on.
How much longer are we talking about?
A couple hours.
Hours.
It tells you like 2 hours. Like this here, after the smaller, so between 3/4 and 1 inch, you can wait 30 minutes. Anything you start getting bigger, you want to wait a little longer. You get into 2-inch stuff that's going to be under pressure. Give it, make sure you have plenty of glue when you put the joints together, and then you're probably going to wait closer to an hour before you turn anything on, because if it doesn't set up right, 60 pounds under 2-inch pipe, it'll blow apart quick. So, beginning stages. Now what we're going to do is cut and move that over, glue that on, secure it to the wall, let that set up, shut the water off, and then work over here. Did the irrigation stuff good?
The what?
You did the irrigation stuff?
No, I had a guy do the irrigation. That was like 2020. Yeah, so I got a 45.
Just trying to think, because we want to get it to over here. We have to cut a little bit more. That's okay. Future, just avoid running your water with your irrigation. Makes it easy for you to not.
Oh, is it on top of one another?
Yeah. If you put them in the same ditch, it's fine. Just give yourself some space, because in case you have to work on it, you don't want to be fighting over top of the irrigation. It happens, but let's say you want to go add another line somewhere. You've got the wrong one. Why doesn't it work? And when your sprinkler comes on, plus it gives you room to work with your fittings. All right. Waste the 90.
So if you got a choice between pipe at Lowe's or Home Depot,
Don't matter really. It's all the same fit. They all get the same pipe, same fitting, and things. The schedule 40, it'll be fine. Schedule 40 sticker, it'll take a little bit more abuse before you actually break something. Set up for a second.
And suffering over here with the mango and avocado blooms.
Everything, dude. Now, we always put your PVC below dirt. Obviously, shallow as you want in your house. And you try to want to have it go.
The below dirt is just protected from UV rays.
PVC from the sun. Okay. Let's see.
So if it's exposed, you should like spray paint it or something.
Yeah, you can paint it. You want to try to not have it exposed, because over time it can brittle the pipe.
Always watch your back.
Oh, yeah. So that one's done. Now we can straighten it out. Should be good with that. Good to go.
All right, so should that leak over time, what do you do? Just pull it out again and
If it leaks here, these start failing, you shut this off, spin it out, get a new one, Teflon tape, pipe dope,
you want to use the same one. You get a new one, a new spigot.
Well, it depends if it's leaking. Like, let's say when it's shut, the gasket's not holding anymore and it's starting to drip.
Right. I was talking about leaking from the union, like when
Yeah. As long as you ain't trying to spin that loose, you should be fine. If it starts leaking from there, yeah, you can take it out, re-Teflon tape it, put it back in. You don't want to go all the way in, crank it in tight, because you can split this. Even though it's brass, you get enough of it, you can split it. So you just want to get it in.
Teflon tape, and what's the other stuff that goes on it too?
Pipe dope.
Pipe dope.
So you just want to do a little bit of Teflon tape, some dope, good to go.
All right, shutting off the water.
Okay. Same concept. Inline on, out, off.
All right, water's off. Now he's just working the pipe.
Always watch your back.
Now for this kind of repair, I always wonder, like, how much do you cut off? Like, how do you guesstimate that?
Well, if you look at the fitting has like a stopping point. You only need to cut enough to hit that. So when you're measuring that, you want to look. You're only going to end up cutting out so much.
So that's just draining all the water that was in the line.
Yep.
Coming from the street.
Yep. I hope it's completely up.
Going to the house. Some fumes coming out of that, huh? From the glue.
Yeah. Not really, but.
Always watch your back. Shit.
How long do you hold it those sets? Well, I guess not long.
Just
A couple seconds.
yeah, you don't want it to. Sometimes you pop it in because of the primer spread, makes the pipe expand. You don't want to push itself out, so you just want to get it in 10-20 seconds, and then you're good to go. Alright, let's see if this works the way I want it to now.
So there you cut below?
Yeah. You just put the blade with schedule 40 fittings. You just put the blade so it touches the bottom of the pipe, and it puts it right where you need it to cut. Right where you need it cut. Now, the fun part. I mean, this is a little off, but it'll move for us. You want to try to get them like nice and tight like that. But I think might be okay. Yeah. Don't be afraid of the glue. Always be generous with the glue.
Always watch your back.
Close it up. Primer, you use a little bit. You gotta use more glue, use more glue. More glue does not hurt.
Water's back on. No leaks. We got water. Lots of water. All right, so plumber's tip, just fill in the hole and use some water to pack it down instead of your feet.